Hey, how you doing? My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. How you doing? Isn't that Joey from Friends? Where's our Friends reunion show? Heaven forbid, I've been watching so many reruns. I remember watching a ton of them when I got to Poland. We didn't have Apple TV yet. And I don't know why. I think it's a Marta thing. She dragged me into watching all these Friends episodes because they rerun here like hell. So I'm kind of excited to see the reunion show. How are you feeling about that? Anyway, Friends. How old am I? So, talking about Friends, been talking to a whole bunch of different friends from the sandy shores of Dubai all the way through to the sweary cabby New York city streets, all over the globe today. All from my little pandemic isolation office here in Warsaw. In fact, I started off the day with a conversation with Irina. Irina was the first person that I asked to give me a insight into her life when the pandemic started. Wow, does that feel like a billion years ago? And we had a good catch up. She made a bit of a life change. She lived here in Warsaw, and now she's in Krakow, working there, doing some new business stuff. She also left her corporate lifestyle and started her own business, and it seems like things are really taking off for her. It's encouraging. It's really cool to see this. One thing we spoke about, and I think I mentioned it yesterday as something that's continuously sitting in the back of my mind, is that both Irina and myself, we are running this risk of just selling our hours, selling our time. We really need to think about what are we selling that makes us money or creates a business or makes a change while I'm sleeping. I don't want to be awake for all the time that I'm working. Does that make sense? I hope so. But that's not the biggest news, right? The biggest news, and this is for Francie's future time capsule audio listening, if he ever gets around to listening to his old dad waffling on, is that today, and actually this past week, actually, it wasn't like just today, they've announced the effectiveness of at least two vaccines. Two vaccines. Now the question is, are you going to take that vaccine? I'll be honest. I'm going to take that damn vaccine thing. Now, I'm also in the corner where I'm saying, I want this vaccine to go to the people who need it most first, the high-risk people. You know, the frontline medical workers, our elderly mom and dad. I like to call them the crimpies. What is a crimpy in English? You know, when you have creases, crimpies. Anyways, the creasy skin people that I love so much, get those vaccines out to them. I really hope it's effective. I'm always a bit nervous when you rush things through. I know also a lot of companies are doing planning for the next year. How do you plan for next year after this year? Man. Plan. You have to plan. But you can't plan out this. But yeah, so vaccines. I'm keen to get it. I'm honest. People are probably going to judge me, but just give me the damn vaccine. Let me start rolling again. I want to get back to my hipster coffee shop. And maybe there is the problem, is that maybe in some dark corner of my soul, I'm thinking I'm a bit disappointed that this vaccine is coming so fast because I don't want us to go back to normal. Because normal wasn't that great. I think we need to reshuffle and rethink things. I hate to think that there's a boss somewhere out there wringing his hands together going, yeah, I'm going to get all these people back in the office so I can keep them under my eye. Because I think one thing that's happened here is in this past couple of months is that we started to value output rather than seeing people sitting behind their keyboards. If you be sitting at home not doing anything and your output is zero, what's the purpose of having you around then? You don't have to sit in the office and get hit by a big stick or drink shitty coffee. Also, use a bunch of electricity and just create more CO2 in the air. I really feel like I've collaborated more with people during this past couple of months than before, because we are all in this reality of working with this little screen. No excuses, no coffees and no meetings and delays. Let's just get shit done. So in that way, I hope that we're going to retain that, even if this vaccine flies around, because damn it, man, I'm going to have some coffee and listen to like hipster music and eat an expensive croissant and maybe meet a few mates again. I miss them, the 2 or 3 that I have here in Warsaw that I got to meet from time to time. So let's hope that this vaccine story really works out for us, because I know, like, man, I wish I was in South Africa this Christmas. I miss my country. You know, I need to go back there and see what they are up to. Sort a few things out. Make sure when I come back to Poland, things are straightened out over there. It's my people. So, yeah, let's see what happens next with this whole situation. It looks like people are upbeat about this vaccine. So, vaccines. Let's see. I just don't want to ship the Russian one in. Sorry, my Russian friends. I'm just a bit nervous about that bad boy. Imagine you'll probably glow in the dark, so the secret police can find you. Yeah. Jokes aside, let's hope this all plays out nicely for us, because yeah, we're heading towards Thanksgiving in the States. Yeah. A lot of my clients are taking some time off, taking it a bit easier the next couple of days. Of course, they're shoving a lot of work over here to the Polish guy or the guy in Poland so they can have their time. But it's also a good time to give thanks for all of us. I think it's an interesting holiday. Let's adapt. I mean, if you want to adopt this Halloween nonsense, I think Thanksgiving is probably a better one to take on this. And like I've tried to do with this podcast for the last couple of episodes, or well, all the episodes, is to give thanks for the amazing things that are happening. And they're happening every day. And I know some of these days are tough, but they are happening. You just need to keep your eyes open. And if you're finding it tough at the moment, I know I'm being quite lighthearted. It's a lot of tough things. A good friend of mine or colleague actually in Amsterdam, lost her mother-in-law and father-in-law just in this 1 week. Man, I'm sitting here joking around and talking about laptops, and there are people with real pain and suffering out there. Small businesses. My heart bleeds for these people, but I'm grateful that I'm able to sit here and talk to you about these things. Life. Strange, right? Okay. I need to go prepare for my virtual event. I have a backup this time. I don't know why. Better safe than sorry. Thanks for listening.